Yo, what's up everybody? It's your girl French Vanilla here. Today we're going to be learning 1 hour of USA metas on Geoguessr. And with that, let's jump right into the video.
Okay. This feels like maybe like New York or New Jersey, maybe initially. I don't know, maybe like Connecticut, like somewhere on the East Coast? Hmm. And I know we're not supposed to play these maps in like moving, but I think that like playing it in moving and then combining it with the metas that they teach us may help a little bit. So I'm just gonna do that for now, and then if it ends up being that like I'm not really learning anything, I'll switch back. Bazarian Motors, mile marker. Black Lives Matter. Doesn't seem like we're getting anything, so I might just shoot it. I feel like it feels like maybe it's like New York. Okay, it was near Boston and Massachusetts. And they require front plates, which I didn't know. Okay, well, we're in the middle of like a hilly area with lots of like, I don't know what you call it, grass, I guess, just like dead grass maybe. Yellow in the middle, yellow dash middle. We've got these little mile markers here. Maybe that's the meta with a red dot. Um, this just feels like maybe like not East Coast, like Midwest or here-ish. I'm gonna go Wyoming. Okay, golden fields can only be found in eastern Washington, or commonly found in eastern Washington. Okay. Wow, this does not look like the US. Okay. We've got these like white dotted middle lines, which I've never seen before. Can I see anything on these mile markers here? I cannot. I've never seen this. And that's kind of a weird mountain. I'm gonna go Hawaii, maybe? Okay, it was Hawaii. Topography on Hawaii is characterized by many sloping volcanoes, rugged cliffs, hills, valleys, and craters. Such distinct topography combined with tropical vegetation is a good way to identify Hawaii. We got this black blur on the front of the car. This kind of house makes me think we're near like some sort of coast for like a beach. Um, yeah, this feels like a very like near the water kind of a town with like the housing styles. Do we recognize any of the license plates? White. I don't see any orange, so I don't think it's Florida because I'm pretty sure there's orange in there. At least one iteration of their plate. I'm seeing a lot of this like maybe dark-ish yellow color. Okay, and we're seeing like palm-ish trees, so I definitely think we're near like a water town, but which coast do I think I'm on? Not sure. Let's go with let's just go with Florida. Let's see. Okay. It was Hawaii again, which really makes sense because the houses looked like the houses you'd see near like, like a beach or something. Um, and it just like looks like a beach town. But I guess that might be more common in Hawaii, that style of house. Okay, these are very snowy houses. It's very bright. Vote. Okay. Um, this is a two car one way street. San Francisco, but I don't think we're in San Francisco. Um, feels like we're maybe a little bit more northern, like in the northern half of the US. I'm not entirely sure though. MD, that's just the doctor abbreviation. Initial thoughts are like, I don't like Minnesota, maybe? I don't know. It's like somewhere in the northern half because obviously snow and not a lot of snow in the other half of the US. Um, although I do see huge mountains in the back, which is interesting. Northern Arizona. Okay, Flagstaff. We know where that is. It's right here. I'm gonna plunk it. Oh, I 5K'd. Wow. I really didn't mean to 5K there. I kind of just plunked it in the middle of Flagstaff, but that is pretty cool. So the meta here is front plates are not required, which seems to be the meta for a lot of places in the US so far. So I think we're going to have to do a big study on USA license plates. We got this blue and purple blur, which is unique. Okay, 13K, not bad. I think our one miss on the Hawaii guess was probably our worst one, but we're learning and that's how we're going to get better is by making mistakes and learning from them. Okay, we see these like wire poles with like the arms. I don't know what kind of tree this is. Narrow bridge. Um, with not knowing what kind of plants these are, it's gonna make it pretty difficult for me to guess because it kind of just seems like we're on any country road in the US, like ever. Um, I'm gonna drop it in Iowa and just see how we do. Okay. Central Valley in California can be recognized by its Mediterranean climate. Oh, these are olive trees. Okay. Near Sacramento. I did not think it was California. Okay. And this is not a meta, but I don't know if you guys have ever looked at like a map of the USA and seen these like memes before, but if you go from like Minnesota to Louisiana, it looks like a little chef and he's holding out his little plate and that's Kentucky. So, not a meta, but just something kind of funny. Um all right, moving on to the next one. Country Fresh Meals. Don't know what license plate that is. Country Fresh. Um I feel like there's gonna be a state thingy over here. County J, South. That's not a state shape. Um, I don't know where we are, but it feels kind of like there's a lot of trucks, maybe, and not a lot of trees. So I'm gonna say Texas. Okay, we were in Wisconsin. So white bollards with black reflectors are unique to Wisconsin. Okay. Okay, where are we? These trees look kind of dead. Um, I assume it's not like fruit season or whatever for these trees. Are these olives? Like what? I don't know what kind of trees these are. Could this be like the Northern California thingy again? Oh wait, here they're more in bloom. Yeah, I don't know what these are, but maybe they're like olives. I'm gonna guess like here. Okay, so it was the same meta as before. Central Valley can be recognized by Mediterranean climate, vineyards, and olive trees. Okay, cool. Blue-ish license plate. Maybe blue and red on the bottom. Gottfredson's. This town low-key looks like abandoned, or like it used to be really popular, when it was maybe a bigger railway town. There's lots of mountains. I mean, and I see like cowboys, like pictures of cowboys everywhere. So I feel like it's like this general area. I'm gonna go like Utah. Okay, we were in Nevada. Um, Nevada plates, blue and orange, or a little bit of yellow at the top and blue. Okay. No parking. There are license plates on the front. Kind of green in the middle. Interstate 5. I don't know where that is, but I think this is WVF Co. I wonder if Co is for Colorado or just like, company or something like that. Um, I wouldn't say this like looks like Colorado to me though. So, I don't know. I kind of want to look for more clues before I learn the meta. Because it seems like a lot of these might be like license plates, but I mean, cars drive from all over in the US, so I feel like not the most helpful if you're like on a highway or something where you might get people who are traveling, across the state or the country, if you will. Um, Kind of got these like almost like Mexico like poles, like almost octagonal, but I don't know if it's exactly 8 sides. Um, Weird shape though. I'm gonna plonk it in like Virginia. Okay, we were in Oregon. So if you see a sign in Oregon, it should say just the word speed instead of speed limit. I wonder why they cut it out. Hmm. Okay, 7K, not bad. Let's keep going. Low key, I would not even guess this is the US. um, there's just like nothing. Sprawling flatlands, I guess. Um, these little silver markers with like a white square dot. We can go like Montana. Oh, cool. We were in Montana actually. These little diamond bollards. So, most common type of roadside bollard in South Dakota and Montana feature a dark metal post with a white diamond on each side of the top. They can be found in other states, but most common here in Montana and South Dakota. Okay, I think we had good instincts then with like the landscape and try to figure out where we were. Okay, palm tree, house, blue road sign. Um, hmm. I'm thinking California initially, Montana Ave, Pure Beach. I mean, some sort of state with a lot of beaches. Could it be Florida? Could it be California? Oakberry? Frankie's? Montana Eyes, but we're not in Montana, I think, because they do not really have beaches there. Buena Vida. I feel like these look more like California trees to me, maybe, but I'm not entirely sure. Roosevelt Elementary School. Santa Monica. Wait, is that in California? Hold on. Dun, dun, dun. Maybe oh, okay, here. Okay, cool. We're gonna plonk it right there. Alright, 4.9. Pretty cool. But the meta is utility poles in California have markings at the bottom of the pole with 3 yellow stripes. Okay. Okay, we kind of got like a colo cross type situation here, but I mean, obviously, we're in the US, so where are we? These mountains are kind of giving like Colorado or something. I'm gonna plonk it there. Okay, well, we were in California. Oh, I didn't look for this one. Okay. It was the 3 yellow stripe meta that we just had, but I didn't see. So be on the lookout for that. I don't see any poles. I see cactus though, and a lot of Rocky Mountain. Maybe like New Mexico? Alright. We're in Arizona, but I mean like one state over, so not too bad. Saguaro cacti are most commonly shaped like tall straight tubes with several branches, most commonly found in southern Arizona on the Sonoran border. Okay. This feels cold and a little hilly. Okay, we see the white diamond thing. I think it's most common in Montana and South Dakota. I'm gonna guess South Dakota. I don't really have a strong feeling between the two. Okay, it was Montana, but we were right about the meta, so yay. Okay, 14K, not bad. Let's do this map 1 or 2 more times. Butte Valley. Um, wow, just mountain and mountain and cows and land. I wonder how much like all this land like costs. Like, how do you maintain it, or do the cows maintain the grass? I don't really know. Um, I feel like it cannot be east of this line. Where could this be? Like a North Dakota vibe, maybe? Okay, we're in Nevada. So, Nevada, there is a reflector on a thin stick with a vertical rectangle, white field, and black outline. Okay. Watford City. Blue with the orange. I think we had that. Blue with the orange. Was that like Arizona or Nevada? I feel like it was maybe Arizona. Okay, it was North Dakota. Maybe Arizona or Nevada was like blue with the purple. Um, but we'll get better at license plates. Okay, this feels more northeast. Okay, we see Alaska, so we're gonna go Alaska. I'm just gonna go by Anchorage. Okay. Alaskan Highway Shield has the image of the Big Dipper and constellation on the bottom left. I mean, I feel like this one's really easy. It says Alaska on there, and I feel like even if you don't know the name of every state in the US, then this is one of the bigger, more well-known ones. I know it's like land-wise, it is the biggest state, so maybe that's why people know it. But this one we'll know because we can read it. Green Lake, Princeton. And no license plates nearby. No yellow things on the poles. Okay, this is the shape of a state. Shop local, bank local. What shape is that? Wisconsin? Yeah, that looks right. I'm gonna go near Appleton. Alright, cool. In Wisconsin, a rectangular white metal plate with an orange rectangle and a diamond found on most poles in Wisconsin and Michigan. Okay. No yellow stripe. Lots of some sort of plant. Um, I don't know what this like concrete outer line thing is. Kind of weird. These trees they feel like more northern, but I don't know. We could really be anywhere. I'm gonna go with like Ohio. Okay, we were in Ohio. So soybeans are short, dark green crops in long rows, found in the Eastern Plains, Midwest, blah blah blah, Mid Atlantic. Okay, so I mean that feels like a bunch of different states that it could be. It looks like there's at least 10 that are a lot highlighted or partially highlighted. But we kind of got the vibe it was Ohio, so that was a pretty good score. 15K. Okay, so we're definitely learning something. So let's go into our last round and see if we can beat 15K. Okay, all yellow. Interesting. Have we had this before? Probably not. Um, I don't know what the all yellow license plate is. We're in some sort of like mobile home park, maybe. Go. Red, green, blue. Maybe it feels more southern because of the deserty vibes. Is that snow? No, it's a lake. Ute Lake State Park. Hmm. Open Wednesday to Sunday. Okay, I think these bollards are gonna be the meta. Um, but I don't know what it is. So there's three yellow dots on a like silver-ish maybe pole. Where do we think we are based on the vegetation? Since we don't know this meta yet. Easy financing, wildlife hike. Yeah. Okay. Kind of flat, but there's like trees and like a little bit of hills. I'm gonna go with like a Missouri. I don't really feel confident about it, but we'll learn, I'm sure, this meta shortly. Okay, so we're in New Mexico. So New Mexico license plates have red text on yellow or yellow on green. Okay. Yellow on one side and white on the other. Interesting. Cacti. This is that like Sonoran cacti thing. Okay, cool. Oh, it wasn't Sonoran cacti? It was a saguaro cacti, but it was found in the Sonoran border. I keep trying to say Sonoran, but I feel like it's coming out as Snorin. So I apologize if I'm mispronouncing. Okay, flag, green blur. I think this might be Vermont. I feel pretty confident about that, and it feels like this is the Northeast. So I'm gonna plonk it in Vermont. Near Rutland, sure. Okay. Yep, we're in Vermont. We knew that one. This is like orange on the left and bottom, and then blue on the top and right. Interesting. We see the American flag everywhere. Hmm. Why House District? Okay, so I think Wyoming because it says WY. Why can I not find Wyoming right now? Hello? Okay. I'm gonna go near Buffalo. I think that we're definitely here, but I'm sure the meta is the license plate. Okay. So that was the license plate we saw blurred out, like the yellow kind of like cliff thing, and then the sky with the blue. Okay. There's kind of like three bands on this pole. I don't know what that means, and maybe that is the meta. Um, or the license plate. Baptist church. I feel like Baptist churches are more common in the South, but they can be found anywhere. So, not the most indicative of a particular state. This is a big pole. What the heck? Columbus Civic Center. So maybe we're in Ohio? In Columbus? Unless there's more than one Columbus. It feels like it could be Ohio. Buck, ice, and coal. I think we're gonna go near Columbus then because I think Buck is like the Buckeyes, like the sports team in college. Okay, never mind. There's more than one Columbus, so definitely a good reminder that when we're playing the US, I should not get locked in on a particular place name if I don't see the state. Um, because there can be more than one Columbus, but obviously there can be more than one of any city name. All right, so we were in Georgia, and what we missed is like the orange blur in the middle, which was a little peach because of Georgia peaches. I think it's their state fruit or something. Okay, Columbus, Georgia. All right, we got 60K, so really good score there. All right, next up, we're going to be playing USA license plates. We see like maybe like a black license plate with like white outer, Family Dollar, Halos, like a yellow with like a blue under. Dialysis, South. Sometimes the little like route markers have the shape of the state, and sometimes they don't. So it's super helpful when they do, because we can usually find the shape of the state pretty easily. Um, Nothing about the poles that I recognize. Alright, I don't know where we are. I'm just gonna go like New Mexico. Okay, we were in Alabama. So Alabama has yellow, green, and blue. Or like a light blue with dark blue on the bottom. Okay. Vegetation wise, I mean, Cali or Florida, or could it even be Texas? No front, license plate. Hmm. Does that look like a Texas license plate? Could be. I think Texas license plates are just like white and black. I'm pretty sure. Cactus. Oh gosh. All right. I'm just gonna go drop it in. I'll drop it here. Okay, we were in Arizona, which we saw earlier, so it'll just take some time to sink in for the different Arizona plate metas. Um, blue, and purple. And pretty much for all the license plate minutes, it'll take time to just like learn them and then memorize them. Yellowish, brick, apartments, houses? Question mark. Um, Community of Joy, Facebook Live, Wiko Miko. That's doesn't look like a state outline. Maybe like a part of a state. Um, hmm. Salisbury. Is there one in Massachusetts? Maybe. No, I don't think so. Huh. Asian cuisine sushi. Rite Aid. Hmm. I see a Rita's, which I'm pretty sure is a northeast only. Like, I don't know if they have that in the south. Blue. I don't think I've seen that before. Um, Acme, Checkers. I feel like fast food can sometimes be helpful with the US because certain ones are only in certain parts of the US. SU. Hmm. Metro by T-Mobile. Goodwill Career Training. I keep seeing the name Salisbury, but I don't know where a Salisbury is. Oh, I see the yellow plate on the pole, but I don't remember where that is. You know what, I'm just gonna... Oh, it says Mid-Atlantic. Hold on. Maybe this will help. Okay. So maybe I'll go Massachusetts. Okay, we were in Maryland. So Maryland has like the yellow, like their state flag on the bottom and then like the white top. Okay. That makes sense. First Lutheran Church. I feel like we literally were dropped here earlier. All right. I think I remember this location. Blue and orange. Like I remember being here. I don't remember what it is. Blue and orange. Maybe it's like North Dakota. Okay, it was North Dakota. Cool. Is that green-ish in the middle, but not completely green like Vermont? NH. State reps. I'm gonna go New Hampshire. Concord. Nice. Okay. So New Hampshire license plates white with like green-ish text, but not completely green like Vermont. All right, not bad. 12K, we can do better. So let's keep playing a couple more rounds and just see how many we can remember from today. Nothing on the front. Yellow in the middle on the back. Um, this feels very dry. Huh. Tobacco and vape shop. Speed limit, not just speed. Hassle free. Alright, I think we're clicking around maybe a little bit too much. Um, I don't know the yellow license plate, so I will go like Utah. Okay, we're in New Mexico. Gotcha. Um, white. Oh, did we learn it? It was like blue with like a yellow left bottom. And I had Cowboy, I think was one of them. Was it like Arizona? No. It's not North Dakota. Is it South Dakota? Okay, it was Wyoming. And there was a cowboy on it. So I did remember it a little bit, but not exactly right. Oh, I just pressed plus. Did that go to the next one? Oopsies. Okay, we skipped that round accidentally, but um, I do remember the cowboy with like the yellow cliff thing and then the blue sky. So that is Wyoming. Um, this is like blue and yellow throughout. I don't know what that one is. NW group, speed limit, so not Oregon. Um, hmm, interesting. For lease. Where are we? Um, West Coast. So somewhere on the West Coast, maybe? Hopefully. um, alright. I don't know this license plate with like the blue green middle. So maybe I will go California. No, it can't be California, I don't think. Washington? Okay, we were in Oregon. So Oregon has the blue text and white background with a green tree in the middle, but it looks like a green dot when blurred. Okay, so I guess the signs with like the word speed instead of speed limit are not like the only ones in Oregon. Like I guess they have speed limit and speed is what I'm saying, not just speed all over. I feel like we've seen this one. Hold on, go back to start. Um, I think this is Vermont. Yeah, and I think we had this previously. Okay, cool. That one we know. Um, yellow on the top, white on the bottom, maybe? Or like yellow white gradient. Speed limit. Maybe this feels like. Hmm. Could this be northeast? Or does this feel more southern? Long, long road. There's just so many houses and blurs. I see a star on someone's home. Berkeley. I don't. I think these are like Marine Navy flags, maybe, and not like state flags. I mean, I know there's a Berkeley in California, but is this a California plate? I do not know. Okay. I mean, for now, I'm just gonna go in California somewhere, but I know that there's probably more than one Berkeley. So, yeah. Okay. These were New Jersey plates. Okay, they were yellow with white-ish gradient. Okay. 12K. Not a great score, but not horrible. And this will just like get better with time. Like I'm sure I will not be an expert by the end of the video, but I am just hoping to like learn a little bit more. And then slowly we'll get better and better at this. Okay. We should look for a car. No front. Well, it says Oak on there, so I think we're in Oklahoma. Salisaw. I mean, we could try to look for Salisaw, but okay. Oklahoma plates. So they're kind of like a little bit weird. It's like blue, white, blue, but not exactly like a stripe. So it's a bird on a blue background. Okay. No license plate really. Oh, okay, there's one here. There's like a little bit of red on the bottom, but kind of yellow. Are we in Maryland maybe? Um, we were. Okay. We're learning. We're learning. Um, White with green text. I feel like we learned this, but I do not remember it. Um, is it like New Hampshire or something? It was New Hampshire. Okay. Okay, so Vermont is like green green, and then New Hampshire is like white with green. They're kind of right next to each other. Okay, no front license plate. Is that black with yellow maybe? I think I need another one to make sure. This one is a different color, huh? This one is black with yellow. Is this New Jersey maybe? I don't know. 209, that is a crazy price for gas. um First stop gas. Oh, hold on. I think I saw something. What is this? Downtown, state of Delaware. Okay. So I think we'll learn the Delaware plate here. Alright, so Delaware plates are dark blue with gold text. Front plates not required. Oh, also looks like Michigan. So I guess just these are context clues to see where you are, because Michigan looks very different from Delaware. Wow. If I zoomed in like right here, I feel like I would not think this is US, like low key. Like feels more European for some reason. Um we're in like the back of some like buildings, like industrial park, I don't know. Yeah, low key. Is this like Alaska? Because this does not feel like the continental US maybe, but very many trees and snow. I'm gonna go for it, and if we're wrong, we'll learn. Okay, I think we could not be further. Maybe if we were in Florida, we could be further. Okay, so I kind of see the white with green, but it's a little bit more like white than green in this picture. So yeah, okay, 16K. So let's play 2 or 3 more rounds, and then we'll see if we want to do another map before the end of the video. Blue and then white. Maybe Connecticut? Blue and white, but I think there's something in the middle. I don't know if Connecticut has something in the middle. Portable tree work. Okay, the sign disappeared. Cool. Detour east, speed limit, stop sign. I think there was a license plate if we go back. Yeah, blue with white. I feel like Connecticut is where I'm leaning. I think that might be the Connecticut plate. Nope, it was the Illinois plate. Illinois can be blue with white or white with blue, which is a little confusing because I feel like other states are also blue with white or white with blue, but good to know that it's a blue and white color scheme in general. Did we get dropped in the same location twice? Is this not blue with white? Like, okay, now we're in Connecticut. Okay, so last time we guessed Connecticut when it was Illinois. This time we guessed Illinois when it was Connecticut. Both blue with white. So I guess we just gotta like look around and try to look at like the vegetation and stuff to guess where we are, but both are blue and white color scheme. Okay. This is very dusty. Blue, white, blue, maybe. I wonder if that's a Dallas Cowboys star on right here. It kind of looks like it. So maybe Texas. Or someone who's just a fan of Texas, the Dallas Cowboys. Could we be in Texas? These places are kind of just white. Let's look at this, like, is this a car yard? No front license plates. I don't know what flag that is. Speed limit 25. I mean, my only thought right now is to go for Texas because of the little Dallas Cowboys star I think that I saw on the bottom, but I don't know. Custom graphics, Chadley. We've got these like weird white and black middle lines, which I've never seen. I'm gonna go Texas, and then we'll just see what it is. Okay, we're in Oklahoma, which blue, white, blue. Okay, that makes sense. And we're kind of like not too far from Dallas, so I think that's probably makes sense that that's their team, the Dallas Cowboys star. Okay. This is like I think this is Georgia or Florida because there's like a orange dot in the middle. Um, and I think that's either peach or an orange. Because I think there's an orange on Florida plates. Honestly, it feels a little bit more like Florida to me. I can't read that. So I'm gonna go like Gainesville. Okay, we were in Florida, so we do know that one. White with green text and the orange in the middle. But we were near Miami, so we only got 2.8k there. I feel like we've had this location. This one has two? Oh no, it's just like the camera. Is a white with red. I think it's Massachusetts. Nice. Okay. So we know the Massachusetts plates. Florida we know, but I didn't really look for a city, so we only got like 2k there. Illinois and Connecticut both have similar blurred license plates. But I guess we just need to look at the clues around us to determine which of the two it is. So let's keep playing, because I think We have a few more states to learn that we have not gotten yet, but we've had a lot of repeats, so we're learning some of them. Okay, let's go to start and look at the plate. Blue, is that blue with a yellow? Was that like Montana, maybe? I think. Okay, no, it was Wyoming. We keep forgetting that it's Wyoming. I think last time I guessed like South Dakota. Um, okay, this is new. Blue with white. Blue with white. I think this is either Connecticut or Illinois. Oh, New Haven is in Connecticut. So we will go to Connecticut. Plonk. Perf. Amazing. Is this blue with yellow again? I think that might be blue and yellow. Let me look at one more to confirm. It's a little bit hard to tell, but I think it is blue with yellow. Okay, we got Wyoming twice in 3 rounds, so this game must really just love Wyoming or want me to learn it, but I don't think we'll forget it now. Oh, I feel like this is new. Okay, hold on. It's like red, orange-y, and then like a blue sky, and we're near mountains. Where could we be? It feels like maybe like here. Do I think it's Arizona? No. Could it be Utah? I don't know if I learned all these plates. I'm gonna go to New Mexico. Okay, it was Utah. So Utah has many different plates, so not the most unique, but one of them is this orange rock formation with a blue sky. So that's kind of what we saw. Okay. This is very dark yellow. With like a blue strip at the top. Maybe it's New York, I think. I think it's New York. Okay, so we were in New York, but we were on Long Island, which is kind of far away. So there's 3 different license plates in New York. Yellow with like the blue strip at the top. This kind of white one that has almost no color with a blur, and then like this one, which is like blue, white, blue, but when blurred is like gray. So I guess that's not unique, but just something to keep in mind. All right, we're at 18.9. So I feel like we're definitely getting better at license plates for today. Next, we're going to be playing the USA map. White with gray. And the climate. This feels like maybe like this area. I'm going to go Colorado. Okay, we were in Oregon. So within the Great Basin, more gradual rocky hills can be seen. Lots of Oregon today. Green trees. I feel like this could really be like anywhere, like any state. White with yellow. That's definitely unique to somewhere. Where did we think it was? Maybe it was Minnesota? Okay, it was not Minnesota. The lower Mississippi River Valley is very flat and open landscape with red soils. Corn and other crops are common in this area. Okay. Wow, these trees are very tall. On low key, I don't even know if I'd go like US here if I got like this. So interesting to know. Okay, red license plate, which I've not seen before. I wonder if that's like a special or custom one and not a state one. I don't know. I'm gonna go California. Okay. Literally could not be more opposite, but the loblolly pine and longleaf pine, referred to as southern pines, are found throughout southeast US. So from like North Carolina to Mississippi, it looks like, maybe Louisiana. Great way to recognize the region, only in this part of the country, really. Okay. Wow. Very flatland, deserty, yellow with like a red sticker or lettering. Gonna go like Michigan. Okay, we were in North Dakota, not Montana. The area spanning from the Montana border with Saskatchewan to the western Great Lakes features many prairie potholes. Those are basically low-lying wetlands with marshy grasses and small shallow ponds. Okay. News advance. 606. Don't recognize that plate. I don't know where we are. I'm gonna go just with like a Illinois. Okay, we were in Virginia again. So rectangular white signs seen at intersections in Virginia. Okay. Alright, 4K, not great, but it looks like there's like a lot of metas on this map that we'll need to learn. So let's keep playing. 814 area code, I don't know. 570. Nothing on the poles that I recognize. Very grassy hills or tree-like hills. I don't know what plant this is. Campgrounds, Woodward Cave. I feel like this could be like a lot of places in the US. Yellow dashed middle. Can we get a license plate check? Is it like white-ish with yellow on the bottom? I don't know if I know that one. I'm gonna go like West Virginia, sure. Okay, this is PA. So in the Appalachian region, from southern New York to southern Virginia, there's a lot of forest-covered hills with flat valleys. Okay, good to know. County G, West. ATV route. I've never seen an ATV route before. Are these like birch-like trees? 8, Route 8. East 8. County G. There's a front plate, but it is white. And we're not going to be able to chase the truck because we're ahead of it. So, Kavor. I'm going to go like PA. Okay, it looks like we were in Wisconsin. The ATV route thing was a unique thing here, only in Wisconsin. Okay. First Baptist Church. Alright, this is the Louisiana shape. It also says LA, so that's like the state code. Okay. Sloped roof. So buildings with very large sloped roofs are most common in Oklahoma, Texas, and Louisiana. That checks out. Little green road sign, maybe 130E. Can we get a license plate look? Not super clear. Kind of like a white blur. Blue with like an orange on the bottom right. Yellowish. Nothing super consistent. It seems like there's a few different ones here. There's like a red dot on the left on that one. Hunt Brothers Pizza. Okay, where does this feel like in the US? Parking parallel only. Parallel parking is difficult. Warren County. Okay, Fulton, Ohio. Where is Fulton? Quick scan, quick scan. I'm just gonna plonk it here. Okay, so vertical house numbers. So properties in rural and ex-urban Ohio, Lower Michigan, and Indiana commonly feature a vertically oriented metal sign with white numbers, indicating the house number of the adjacent building. Signs are mostly common blue or green and are commonly attached to mailboxes. Okay. Yellow dash middle, white outer, farmland. I feel like this could be anywhere. I'm gonna go Indiana. Okay, we're in North Dakota. So along the Canadian border in North Dakota and rarely Montana, short yellow canola flowers. Okay. 13K, not bad there. Let's do this map maybe 3 more times and then we'll call it a day. Okay, so these signs say NC, so I'm just gonna go North Carolina. Alright, they were North Carolina. The style of street signs shows street numbers and arrows in addition to the name. Okay, I did not know that. Big mountains, trucks, farmland, puppy. Hello, puppy. Cows, maybe, question mark? This feels more northern, maybe, like a North Dakota type vibe. White plate, cool. Also white. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. Okay. Oh, we were in California. Okay, wait. The poles with the 3 yellow stripes. I did not remember to look for that. It did not look like California though, but I don't know if I've ever gotten a Geoguessr like drop that far north in California. So that is interesting to know. Okay, I feel like the meta will be these double yellow poles under a sign. I've never seen that before. This seems pretty unique. That is my guess. Okay, we're not seeing much here, so I'm just gonna go Georgia and we'll see. Okay, so signs with 2 signposts are in Michigan. Not all signs have 2 signposts, but they're not really common in other states, so if we see a double signpost, most likely Michigan. Double signpost again, Michigan. Okay, so that is an example of it being not exclusive to Michigan, but can be found in other states. So in Minnesota, there's these black and white markers on the signposts. All right. There's like a red tape on the stop sign. I feel like that'll be the meta. New 529, 329 maybe. I see the Texas shape. So okay. Yellow or red bands can commonly be found on signposts in Texas. They can also be found in Hawaii, but Hawaii and Texas do not look the same. So I think we'll be able to tell the difference there. Alright, 11.7K. Are these, what kind of trees are these? Double yellow middle. Like a ranch, kind of olive, not olive trees. Does this look Mediterranean? I don't know. hay for horses. Okay, these white with the gray reflectors I feel like are gonna be the thing. I'm gonna go like Nevada. Okay, we're in Texas. So Texas has a large center gap, but also found in Louisiana, Arkansas, and Mississippi. Okay. Green cow pony sign. There's like these yellow dots in the middle of the road, which I feel like are gonna be the meta, but I don't know where that is. I feel like these trees feel more southern to me, but not entirely sure. Oh wait, hold on. The road sign. I feel like we learned that, but I don't remember currently. Marlborough County State House. McDermott. I don't know either of those people. I'm gonna go like Georgia. Okay, we were in South Carolina. So, South Carolina reflectors, no road lines. In other states, the reflectors will always be next to the road lines, so sometimes these road lines can be faded. Okay. Can't tell what the license plate color is. 828. Anything else unique here? Red pole, maybe? Orange and white marker, but it might be like a utility marker. Speed limit. I don't really know for this one. I can't really tell what the unique thing will be. So I'm gonna go like random state. Kentucky, sure. Okay, we were in North Carolina, so many parts of the deep south have reddish soil. It can go from yellow to deep red. Okay. That is a big plant. Like, I don't know what kind of plant it is or what they're making in there. I see a Texas sign though, so we're gonna go here. Cool. So yellow red bands found in Texas. Yeah, we're not trying to exactly like 5K here. I think we're just trying to get the region or states at least right, because I think in a duel, getting that will be like the next level of doing better in the US versus just like going for like a 5K, which I think is beyond my skill level currently. And we're kind of guessing the wrong sides of the US pretty consistently when we play duels, so this will just help us get better and narrow it down to maybe a region or a state even, so we don't lose that many points if the opponent also knows a state. White license plate, red dirt, red dirt. I think they said was in like this region. I'm gonna go North Carolina. Okay, so what's the red dirt thing? But it was in Mississippi too. Okay. All right, 11K there, not too bad. We're gonna play one more time and see how well we can score. All right, we got white outer, yellow double middle. They're not too wide, so I don't think it's Texas. It looks very cold with like the empty tree. 229, I don't know that one. I don't really know where we are. Mile 4, Palmyra Road. This could be anywhere. I don't know what these things are. Oh, the 3 yellow dots. I feel like I learned that. Um, I don't remember where it is. I'm gonna go like Mississippi. Okay, we were in Georgia. So these rectangular raised pavement markers are found south and west. Good to know, but also that feels like a third of the US, you know, it's like Washington all the way down to Florida here. Um, so good information, and also Massachusetts randomly, but not very helpful for narrowing down a region because it's kind of the south to the west. I'm surprised that this is US. The leaves look a little different. Maybe it is Hawaii. 2 red dots. Is that the ocean? I'm gonna go Hawaii. I don't know. I'm not sure about this, but we'll see. Okay, we were in Hawaii. A stubby antenna can be found in most Gen 3 coverage in Hawaii. Antenna is not always visible though. Okay. White rectangle with a black outer. I think it's Nevada. Nice. Okay. White with just a pole, but really tall trees. I think we learned that too, but that one I do not remember, unfortunately. Yellow plate though. White plate here. Passing lane. I don't remember. I'm gonna go like California. Okay, it was Oregon, so not too far off, but almost exclusive to the state. Sometimes seen in California these bollards that are like a gray pole with like a white rectangle on top. Okay. ATV route. We did learn that one. I think it's Minnesota. It is Wisconsin. Okay. So we didn't get that one exactly right, but we were one state over, which is not the worst score. And I feel like for a quick game of like a duel, it would get us close enough to where we'd want to be. So thank you so much to everyone for watching this 1 hour long video of learning different USA metas. If you enjoyed the video, please let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to French Vanilla, and as always, have a great day!